Rich Fritzson, everyone.
Well, this is different. So I'm Rich Fritzson. I'm a nerd. I always have been. When I was in high school, after my 11th grade, I got to spend an entire summer, 9 weeks, on a college campus, Michigan State University, great big school. We were there from the National Science Foundation. It was really nerd camp. And we learned about computers, which was cool and helped me get a career and everything. But really, what we learned about over those 9 weeks was freedom. We were in a dormitory on college, 16 years old, boys and girls, and we were supervised, and if any word ever deserved air quotes, it was that supervised by 2 college students who told us right off the bat, number one, we have our own social lives, thank you very much. And number 2, if you get into trouble, we'll get into trouble, so that doesn't happen. Which we were smart, we knew that meant get lost and don't get caught. And we were happy with that. We learned how to sneak out of the dorm after curfew, we could hitchhike to the 24-hour IHOP, and we were free, and this was amazing. Plus, we were nerds, this is pretty much the first time we got into this boyfriend-girlfriend thing all summer. And we were really enjoying that too. This was freedom. And we had a blast the entire time, and I went home. It was like we had died and gone to nerd heaven, really. It was fantastic. I went home thinking, this is college. It's all about freedom. And for the rest of that next year, freedom, freedom is chanting in my head until it's time to go to college a year later. I'm not going to a big college. I went to a little college, a very elite, almost preppy, small school, tucked away outside, far from cities. But I thought a college is a college, and freedom, right? So we drive up there with my parents driving, and I've got this huge steamer trunk full of mostly books, because I'm still a nerd. And I'm dragging them to this wonderful stone dormitory, 4 stories high, it looks awesome. And a guy stops us, well-dressed guy. He's got a clipboard, he introduces himself, gets our names and tells me what room I'll be in, and then, looking slightly embarrassed, tells us that this dorm has been condemned by the state. And it's going to be completely gutted inside and rebuilt, but the dorm I'm supposed to go to isn't ready. So I'll have to live in the condemned dorm until January. Of course, he says there won't be any need for a security deposit because no one's going to inspect the dorm when we leave. Yeah. And I'm looking at this and remembering freedom, and I'm thinking the 1970 equivalent of awesome. This is going to be great. And this is not the warning sign, that comes next. I'm standing there, and up comes a car. It's a European-styled limousine. 4 back doors, 2 in the front, tinted glass. I had never seen a car like this except in the movies. And this young man gets out of the back seat, about my age, dressed in what you'd call preppy clothes. He was wearing an ascot, which I'd also never seen except in movies. And then his parents get out, and I realize there's no driver. Then the driver, the uniformed chauffeur, gets out. And he goes around back and gets the matching luggage. And they all head to the dorm. And they're intercepted by the same guy who goes with the clipboard and tells them the story. And I know what he's telling them, and I'm watching. And the thing is, none of them, not even the kid, is thinking, awesome, condemned dorm. They're all frowning. And there's more talk and more frowning. And then the guy with the clipboard flips to another page, takes out a little card, writes something on it, which I now know to be another dorm. They could drive right to, and he could go there. And they all get back in the car and drive away, and honestly, I'm thinking, what a weirdo. But I had just missed a key warning sign. I was the weirdo. At this college, they were ready for those people. Many people like that came to this college year after year. The college was ready. That guy didn't even have to call a supervisor. He just turned to page B and was ready to help out. it turned out everyone there was nice. There were lots of smart people, lots of smart teachers, but this was never going to be the nerd heaven I dreamed of. And I lasted almost the whole year. But when I left at the end of that year, I was gone for good. And a few years later, I went to a big state university and rediscovered nerd heaven. But that was as clear a warning sign of anything I'll ever get in my life.